Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Checkered Flag Corner. Um, this is an announcement. I've already announced this over my TikTok, but I really needed to make a YouTube announcement as well. Uh, so, for those of you who don't know or haven't seen it, on this YouTube channel, I posted last year a documentary called 69 The Nikki Hayden Story. It was a collaborative effort between myself and Unliving Cloud, which, if you haven't seen his stuff, go follow him on TikTok. Makes great content. One of my closest friends. But I'm here to formally announce a new documentary, and this documentary will be about the three seven-time champions of NASCAR: Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, and Jimmie Johnson. This documentary will cover the debut to the retirement of Richard Petty, the debut to the unfortunate passing of Dale Earnhardt, and the debut to the retirement and return of Jimmie Johnson. Now, I want to make this very clear right now. I will not be using any of the crash footage from Dale's fatal accident. So if that's what you're into, that's not what this is. I want to make that clear right now. I'm covering his death because I would be remiss if I would be remiss, and it would be a disservice to his legacy if I didn't talk about his passing, as well as the changes that it brought not only to NASCAR but for the entire world of motorsports. The safety advancements that were made mandatory because of the accident, and so forth. Because I don't want to understate the impact that the accident had, and I don't, of course, want to overstate the seriousness of the accident. This documentary will not only feature the stories of each career, but it will also feature some of my favorite paint schemes and sponsors of these drivers, the more iconic moments and paint schemes that have happened with these drivers over the years, some things about their upbringing, the families that they come from, their legacy, and what these drivers are up to today, or what people close to these drivers are up to today. So essentially, and again, I won't be using any fatal footage from any races. So if that's not what if that's what you're wanting, that's not what this is going to be. I haven't come up with a name just yet for this video, but I'm really excited about it. It's something that I've wanted to do for about a year now, and have just kept putting it off. Now, I do want to make this very clear. It's not going to be coming out soon. It will be out by the end of the year, hopefully, because as a content creator, I don't do this for the money. I do it for the passion. I do it because it's something I love to talk about, and it's what I love to do. I don't think my microphone is working. That's fine. I do this because it's something that I like to talk about. It's what I like to do in my free time. I don't do it for the money. I have a full-time custodial job. So content creation is not my main focus. So I can't just film and push out a video in a couple of days. Sure, like my post-race reviews, I do those immediately following the race. My paint scheme previews, I do those in just a couple of minutes. Silly season updates, I can do those in about 30 or 40 minutes, and I can have those edited and up that night. Like with the Days of Thunder versus Talladega Nights video, I was hoping to have it up this past weekend, but it's taking longer to film and edit than I had originally planned. And that's just due to my full-time job, stuff that's going on here at home, chores, and it really depends on how I feel each night. Because sometimes I'll put something off for the next day. I feel tired and I don't really feel good. I've got a migraine. It's just when I damn well feel like filming, I will film. but I can promise you, you will be getting the video, because it's what I do want to do. So, and again, I'm very excited for this. I have a few other documentaries that I'm planning on working on at some point. I may end up working on multiple at once, which might make everything come out a little bit longer. But, the plan is I want to have at least two big documentaries out this year, as well as my post-race review content, diecast showcase, Forza Motorsport content, because I am going to be doing some more Forza stuff. I do a lot of Forza paint schemes over on my TikTok, so if that's what you're into, go check it out. I do a lot of iconic paint scheme recreations. I've actually got one planned to go up on TikTok later this weekend, which I think fans are really going to like. I haven't announced it over on TikTok yet, but in 2001, Dale and Dale Jr. ran the Rolex 24 at Daytona, and they ran a GM Goodwrench Chevy Corvette. Later that year at Daytona for the Pepsi 400, the race that Dale Jr. would end up going on to win, it was planned that Dale Earnhardt would possibly run a yellow and black GM Goodwrench car, a very special paint scheme. And it never got confirmed whether it was going to actually happen. It was always only speculation. But there have been some fan renders and some possibly leaked renders from back in the day. And I put that paint scheme on a Gen 7, on a Next Gen Cup car with a Next Gen number placement. And I'm quite proud of how it came out. So yeah, if you like Forza Motorsport custom paint schemes and seeing what I can create, go over to TikTok, check those out. I've done quite a few. I've done a next-gen Dale Jr. Budweiser car. I've done a next-gen regular GM Goodwrench car. I've done a Rusty Wallace Blue Deuce car. I'm quite proud of that one, actually. It's one of my best, in my opinion. I even created a custom checkered flag corner stock car. I'm quite proud of it. It's just a yellow and purple number 28 with my logo on it. I don't usually get very egotistical with my videos, because, I'm nobody. I'm just a guy filming in his apartment, because it's just what he likes to talk about. But I decided, you know what? I always wondered what it would be like to have my logo on a race car, so when Forza did the Next Gen update, I put my logo on the Next Gen car, and I love the way it turned out. I don't use it that often, but it is just cool knowing I have it. Honestly, I'd love to be able to have a custom diecast of it made, just to say that I have a diecast of my own race car. It'd be cool. But yeah, we got way off topic there for a second. I'm sorry. But yeah, documentary's gonna be coming out sometime this year of the 3 7-time champions. I've also got one planned of the history of Hendrick Motorsports, from their humble beginnings as a boat racing team all the way to their competition at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2023. So I've got quite a few planned. Those are my two main priority documentaries I want to work on this year, but the 7-time champions doc is the one that is main priority right now, the one that I am working on first and foremost. I also do want to do a documentary about the history of NASCAR at Le Mans, but I don't know if that's going to come out this year. It's probably going to be pushed to 2026, maybe 2027. Because I have a lot of ideas, but I have the problem of being a, what's the word? I want to say hypochondriac, but that's not it. Where you put something off to last minute. The hell's the word for it? I don't know. I have all these ideas, but I have the big problem of putting them off and putting them off and putting them off and then forgetting. And then the idea just randomly pops back up later and wakes me up at 3 in the morning for some reason. So now that I have those ideas in my brain, I do want to start trying to execute them at a better pace and actually start getting them put out. I also want to do a video on L.W. Wright, which was the DB Cooper of NASCAR. Ran a race, swindled some people out of money, and then disappeared, and then reemerged like 30, 35 years later. It's a crazy story, I won't lie. But it's a fun one. So that's going to be it for this one. So until next time, we will see you in Victory Lane. Cut.